Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together, and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
We built up the Soviet Union. We're building up China today, communist China. We're even going to send military technology. So by 1990, 2000, we've established the two sides. We bring them into conflict.
Now tell me, why does Reagan go along with these agreements with Red China, which he just did, to supply this technology? He's not a member of the order. Why does he respond to its stimuli?
Because you've got a group within the administration who are members, who are connected with the order. When you get a group of quite capable men working together, they can wear down opposition, they can erode opposition, because they're all kind of marching in step. If you get 3 men marching in step, they can do more than 20 men marching to their own step. Don't I make my point?
That is circulating that basically implies, yeah, this is Donald Trump's fault. Here we go. Trump administration knew about
so
this.
Powerful.
Forbes, yes.
The most powerful ever.
Chinese spy balloons flew over the U.S. when President Trump was in office, too. Huffington Post.
Rawr.
Suspected Chinese spy balloons crossed into U.S. 3 times during Trump administration. Sunday Express, Republican Party divided as 3 Chinese spy balloons crossed into U.S. during the Trump years. John Ratcliffe said, John Ratcliffe, I should say, said, not on my watch. Listen.
It's not true. I can refute it. Former Secretary of Defense Mark Esper refuted it yesterday. Former Secretary of State and CIA Director Mike Pompeo has refuted it.
You're saying there were not 3 spy balloons from China that entered the United States airspace.
I'm telling you that very clearly. Listen, Maria, it's every time something goes wrong in the Biden administration, there's one of 2 responses. They either find a way to blame the Trump administration, or they try and find a way to say the Trump administration did it too.
So, Lisa, by way of review, John Ratcliffe was the former DNI. That stands for Director of National Intelligence. Esper was the former Secretary of Defense. I don't know. You think they'd know if this happened?
You know, I think that this balloon most likely was, again, this is just my hypothesis, was most likely not taking pictures. As you correctly mentioned, we have spy satellites, they have spy satellites, many countries do, and those do take really excellent high-resolution pictures. That is something that a lot of countries have the capability to do. What I think this one was probably doing was taking measurement and signals intelligence, or something in the intel world we call MASINT. Those are nuclear signatures, radiation signatures, radar signatures, those kinds of things. And typically you do need to get a little bit lower to do this. But to the general's point, this is quite an astonishing move. I completely.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And you know I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, over the last few days, the talk was about a spy balloon from China. And we know what the narrative has been, that the United States is trying to work with China. But we know they're playing the Hegelian dialectic, moving things back to the U.S. Biden trying to sell you on Made in America. The whole point of the corporations moving jobs over to China so therefore they can save money. Why are they trying to move jobs back to the United States? Because they know the robots, algorithms, and drones are about to take it over. These corporations can pay less money and don't have to worry about labor laws. These robots and algorithms and drones don't need a lunch break. They're working 24/7. They don't need insurance. No calling out, and you don't have to worry about a union. Remember, the NWO is putting out distractions, so like Anthony Sutton stated, so eventually they can bring the 2 into conflict, U.S. and China. And guys, we know the NWO caused the problem. wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. They printed 20% of all money in existence in 1 year. And then on top of that, we had the longest expansion in history for a reason. They were planning this digital transformation. And we have all this inflation that they caused globally. And now the central banks are destroying the legacy market. And what's attached to the legacy market? The dollar, the United States world reserve currency. So we're watching the fall of America to Babylon and a rise of China, the dragging along with the BRICS nations. But we know the U.S. people are so spoiled, they're going to react. And we know the NWO has the solution. Stable coin CBDCs, this programmable money that they can airdrop this free money. But little do the people know they're going to be told what, where, and when and how to buy. And they have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And that carrot is going to be the bridge to the metaverse, where the masses are going to be downloaded and controlled. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows, when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
And what do you think it ought to do? I mean, we all know that the actual rate hikes don't fully integrate themselves in the economy for quite some time. So is there a danger we could push high now and have a crash later?
Absolutely. And in fact, Jay Powell already says, the biggest force of monetary policy works with a lag. And it's sometimes 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. So this tremendous tightening, one of the greatest in history, its effects have not been felt. I would prefer that they stop now. I think there's enough evidence that the prices are down, that they could pause and wait and see the course. I think continued increases will increase the risk of a recession in the second half of the year. Hard to believe given this blowout jobs report that we had Friday, but that can turn around very, very quickly.
Okay. Let's pivot to the
going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology, and I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
That's Stock Channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.